Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is Real Talk with Coach Sherry. And today's video is about that ice addiction. If you saw the thumbnail of this video, which is a glass of ice, and if your mouth started to water or if you found yourself craving ice, all of a sudden you have an ice addiction. And I'm here to let you know you're not by yourself. I once was an ice addictor too, or addicted to ice. An ice addictor, what's that? But I once was addicted to ice. I had it in a bad way. I want to say about 4 years straight, I was addicted to ice. My addiction led me to eat ice every day, all day. 7 days a week, I ate ice. I kept a huge 24-ounce styrofoam cup that I filled with ice at every given moment. I knew where all the ice spots were. I went to Sonic, Cookout, QT, Zaxby's, random places that I knew had soft ice. My workplace, all the locations had the automatic ice machine that made that small, soft, good ice. I knew where it was. At work, I would park in a certain spot in the parking lot because it was closest to the door that held the ice machine. I was so addicted. When people would be out, like my kids or my husband, and they call, you want me to bring you something back? You know, typically when someone says that, you might say, oh yeah, can you bring me some fries? Or can you get me this or that? You know what I would ask for? Ice. I would have spare change in my car so that I can stop and get that 27-cent cup of ice, 53-cent cup of ice. However much the ice costs, I would have it so I can get it. Or I would keep my cup so I can get free refills at QT. Y'all, I loved ice. Some people say Chick-fil-A has great ice. Not all of them have great ice. And I knew the ones that did. I ate ice. I used to, during AAU basketball season for my daughter, when they traveled, my daughters, when they traveled with their teams, I would bring one of those red igloo. It's a round igloo. I don't even know how many gallons it would hold, but a large red igloo with a white top, and you screw the top out. If you have juice or liquids in it, it has a spout so you can open it up to drink. But that's not what I used it for. I filled it with ice. And you know how I ate it out of that big igloo? I carried a tablespoon. I literally would open the top, and during the games, take my tablespoon and sit there watching the games, eating that ice. Random people didn't know what I was doing, but my circle did. And you know what? I wasn't alone. I see women all over. Sometimes at QT, they'd be a line waiting to get that good ice. Yes. And I didn't know all the other fellow ice addiction addicts. But we would see each other. We look at each other, give a head nod. Got you. Where you get yours from? Yeah. I got mine at QT. Oh, okay. Oh, I got mine at Cookout. Oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't good. Some people that really cared about me, you know, they would tell me, Sherry, get your iron checked, because you eat ice all the time and you stay cold. See, I thought I was staying cold because I ate ice all the time. But I recognized at some point I was cold even when I wasn't eating ice. Yeah. So in addition to that, for some reason, I also craved salt. So I ate a lot of Chipotle. So I also thought, maybe I'm eating all this ice because I eat Chipotle all the time. And I know they cook with a lot of salt. If y'all don't know that already, Chipotle gets it in with the salt. But that wasn't it either. But then the people that I thought cared about me would say, oh, you know what? Ice is not that bad. I mean, it could be worse. You could be addicted to worse things. At least, you know, ice is just water. You need to drink water anyway. And that's another thing. I didn't drink as much water Because what I would do was fill the cup all the way to the top and beyond with ice and add just a little bit of water. I call that marinate. I would marinate my ice in just a little bit of water so that at the bottom it could be real nice and slushy and that crunch. People would say, well, the ice is gonna mess up your teeth. I said, au contraire. See, I don't eat just any kind of ice. And some people thought I would eat just any kind of ice. So sometimes I would go to meetings and people would always try to be one step ahead and get me a cup of ice, and it would be the wrong kind, the clear kind, the square kind, the big kind. And I would never eat it. I'm like, I don't like this. This ain't the ice I like. No one could understand that ice has different tastes, textures, all that. So I would tell them it's not going to hurt my teeth because I eat that soft ice. And I don't really like just full out crunch on it. I let it marinate, or I let it like savor in my mouth, just kind of sit there a little bit, then I bite into it. When I would do workshops and trainings, I would have a big cup of ice on the side, and I couldn't wait to give the group that I was training an activity to do on their own. So I go over to the other side and get my ice and put a whole bunch of it in my mouth and just sit there with it and then chew. And it was like, it really soothed my soul. It was so comforting. I loved it. When I would talk on the phone with people, now this is when it really became a problem, people started pointing it out. I would take one at a time, eat my ice. I didn't realize I was crunching until some people was like, stop it! You're crunching. I can't take it anymore if you don't stop eating that ice while we talking. Whew. I was like, wow, I didn't even realize I was doing it. It was such a habit. I didn't even know I was eating it sometimes. I would just eat it. And I look and it would be gone. Like, wow, oh, okay, I finished. When I get to the last bit of the ice, I used to be sad. Like, wow, this is done. I can't believe it. I have to get some more. I had to really put a limit to it. Like no more than 2 large cups of ice a day. Yeah, a day. So then I went to the doctors, got my iron checked. Next day, I received a pharmacy delivery of prescription iron pills because my iron was that low. I can't remember how low, but it was low. And now I've been taking iron pills for a year. I want to say 4 months into taking the iron pills, I lost complete taste for ice. I don't crave it whatsoever. It's unbelievable how I don't even think about ice. I don't even remember what it tasted like. It's completely gone. And that made me realize I was addicted to ice. I don't crave Chipotle anymore. All that salt. I really don't like Chipotle anymore. I don't really like any salty things anymore. But with ice, when I drink water or any kind of drink, I don't want ice in it unless the drink is absolutely too warm. And even if I do get ice in my drinks, I don't touch it. Like, I don't even want it to touch it can't, if it comes in my mouth, I'm spitting it back out. It's unbelievable how drastically different things are now I don't have that ice addiction. I find myself arriving to things early or on time because I was always a little bit late because I had to veer off and get my ice. I have more time to prepare for things without worrying about ice. I don't have to worry about knocking it over and cleaning it up. I mean, it's like a change of life. Also, I think it increased my life because I did have that iron addiction. So this message is for any man, woman, or child out there who is addicted to ice. Please don't think it's normal. I know you might see a lot of people eating it and it is what it is. You have those kindred spirits out there, but it's not good. It's not right. Get your iron checked. Please. Save yourself. It's not worth it. I'm not cold anymore. I just feel normal. And I didn't know I wasn't feeling normal. That's the thing. I didn't know I wasn't all right. That's the thing. I mean, ice is a normal thing, but it's not. It's not good all day, every day, eating it like that. It's not to be eaten. No, it was never made to be eaten. So if you don't take anything away from this, please just take this, put the ice back, get your iron checked. You can't do it cold turkey. You can't do it on yourself. You need help. You need help. Okay? You need help. This is not something you could do alone. This is not something you could say, I got this under control. You don't. You don't. I know I didn't. So if you got a nugget, not a nice nugget, but if you got a nugget from this message, please be sure to like. If you know someone who's addicted to ice, share this video and subscribe. And I want to also thank you for tuning in, because this has been Real Talk with Coach Sherry. So until we speak again, please stay safe.